Hi guys, this is Gwendolyn, and for today's video I would like to share with you some of my life coach tips on some of the things I've been watching that's been going on, mostly on reality TV, but it still applies. Why do I do that? Hi guys, I was sitting here thinking about some of the things that I've been watching on my different programs and things like that, because I watch a lot of reality TV. I'm just adjusting in this chair. I watch a lot of reality TV, so it's sort of been on my mind to come and talk to you guys about the obvious big explosion that's been going on with the Housewives of Potomac. Okay, with the girls Monique and Candiace. And I thought about that because when people have been asking me about how to deal with what's going on, it's like it's a little bit more pressure and things like that on us to deal with all these things that are going on. It's just a little bit different. But you know what? Hold on. Let me grab my tea. Hold on for a second. Okay, I just needed to grab my tea. So it's like, it's a stir stick because I add what do I have? The condensed milk and raspberry. That's what I put in here. But anyway, so I hate saying a bunch of S words with this piercing. It just sounds funny. But anyway, so we're going to get back to what I was talking about. So I've been asked a few times, people have been wondering how do they deal with what's been going on. I'm looking out the window, sorry. You guys know how I just like, oh, what's going on? So anyway, but I was using that as an example of something that, like, I'm not saying they were in that. This wasn't what's going on in the world now with this situation that's happened. We know that a lot of the shows we watch and things like that are filmed earlier. Okay, so I'm just talking in general about when the weight of the world, no matter what that is, weighs us down, and especially with what we're dealing with right now. It's a lot, you understand? So if family, friends, neighbors, co-workers, whomever can't be supportive of what you may be dealing with, that's their issue. You understand? That's their issue. But do not let anyone push us to our breaking point, especially on camera. Okay, and I get it. So if the comments and people say, well, this person was wrong, that person was wrong, and things like that. Okay, just let me deal with that just for a second. Let me go over here for a second. In reference to that situation, I may or may not post that clip because I don't like it. But with what's happened with those ladies, okay, we know, for the ones of us that watch the show, one person did it was an argument, okay, and it's an argument that broke out on this particular scene, but there was a bigger problem going on prior to what we saw on that episode of that show, of the Potomac show. There was already a lot of bickering and things like that going on off and on. One person was, to me, in a really dark place. One of the ladies was already, in my opinion, in a very dark place, almost from the beginning of when this person got cast. In my opinion, this person was in a really dark place and trying to fit in. People were coming, judging this person and things like that. And so when people on these shows, just like in real life, we start befriending people, or people befriend us, and then when things go to the left, that person is the last person you want to feel like they're against you. You understand? So it makes you, well, not make, but it could cause us to build up and build up and build up and build up, and then one day, boom, it's just, it pops off. You know, that happens. But I'm gonna say but, because I've been that person. I've been the pop off queen. You come for me, this is where your stop was gonna, this was gonna be the ending right there. You're gonna stop here. You may, that's just who I am. That's who I used to be. And when I say used to be, I still have, I will protect myself, you understand, with any and everything I have. But I'm way more mature and logical than I was as a younger person. You understand? I use my words a lot more. If your words, if that's not working, you do what you need to do in life. But I decided I would never again, if possible, let a person cause me to come completely out of the element of where I'm safe, where I'm logical, where I'm mature and things like that. Not to the extreme, hopefully, where I'm now could be, you know, facing charges or things like that. So people have done it. I've been there. People have done it, and they get some satisfaction out of knowing that they've pushed your buttons, knowing that they've set you off. People, there are people like that. Believe it or not, there are people like that. And they're typically going to be in a familiar face. Strangers don't tend to go that broad with another person. So they're going to look like your friend, your spouse, your sibling, your parent. They're going to have that face. So I say, I understand. I know that's happened. So going back to talking about the ladies, when you're already building up and you're in a dark place, you have to communicate with people that it's too much. Back away from it. Don't allow them, don't wait on them to walk away. Don't wait on them to do like people have done me. Block me, deleted me, knock yourself out, do you? Because that's not even about to me. You understand? That's these things that people do against us a lot of times. And when you know you've done nothing to elevate that much of a pop off or look like hatred, when you know in your heart of hearts, in your soul, you've not done anything that gives a person the right to treat you that poorly or that mean. That's not about you. That's they're dealing with something on their own. And we cannot or should not sort of, in a normal setting in life, you don't poke the bear in a normal setting in life. But, however, going back to the show, and back and forth all over the place. Going back to the show, people were coming for the girl that got the worst end of the situation because she was caught off guard, in my opinion. She was caught off guard, which, anyway. But they were, you did this, you said this, and it happened, and this and that and the other. Because what she said was to the girl was to drag me, because that's what's been going on between the two of them. And so some people were saying, so she got drug, or whatever people call it. She said she wanted to drag her, but come on, you guys. Had the girl had, I'm just going to say Candiace. I'm going to start saying their names. Had Candiace said, give me all of your money, would the girl have done it? No. Had she said, go leave your husband, would she have done it? No. People use excuses when they don't like someone to justify something bad happening to that person. They do. It's a fact. You cannot justify someone saying, do something to me, and you feel like you got some element of, now you elevated yourself or put yourself in a situation to be someone's guardian, someone's judge, someone whatever, and you feel like it's your duty. It's your duty to do what someone asks you to do to them. Come on. Come on. We know better than that. And had it been one of our loved ones, our kid or someone, and the same scenario played out, I promise you it wouldn't have been, well, this person said to do that and they did it. Come on. We're not 5 and 6 years old, and come on. It's no justification for a person, two people being upset, and one person says do something and the other person all of a sudden become a trained soldier. Come on. You guys know, we know better than that. Some people were saying that, in my opinion, because they don't like one of the girls, or both, or either person, whatever. People, you can feel in the comments when people are taking sides. You cannot justify someone doing something like that because someone told them to do it. Let's stop. Come on. So anyway, and I know someone may say something, don't come for me. I'm telling you the truth, because put yourself in the shoes. We've said things on many days. We've said, get out of here, go away, come here. We've said it all. Do people follow what we say? They decide how they feel if they're going to decide to do what we say. I'm sure you've told people to get out of here, get away from me. Did they leave? No. Come on. So anyway, had to clear that up. It doesn't matter what you're going through. Don't wait on or give someone else the opportunity, the platform to make a decision for you. You make a decision for yourself. And I know, going back to the reality, I have to say this really quickly. Let us not forget that's entertainment as well. That is entertainment. And which I don't like, because I don't like certain people being used and to look like what society to some degree has labeled us as. I don't like that. And I know somebody's going to say, well, this has nothing to do with that. Yes, it does. How we behave publicly has a lot to do with the public acknowledgement or belief or opinions of how people feel about us. It is. If you don't want to be seen in a particular light, don't do it out there. Don't do it where someone can see it. I'm not saying go do something behind the back. I'm not talking about not having integrity. The key to this is not to do it at all. Don't let anyone put you in a situation where you're going to be judged for under a category they already pre-set for you. That's my thing. That's what I believe. That's just my opinion. But in that scenario, like I said, both people are beautiful people, gorgeous girls, and both of them have been looking for validation to me from day one. Both of them were looking for validation. And so with what we're dealing with right now, we need as much support for one another as we can get. And not just this, but in general, we need a lot of support, and we need to be supportive of other people. Let's just stop being so mean. Especially, it's just so terrible now. It's like when we go through things in the world, you guys, to me, it's like everybody's empathetic and sympathetic when it all first happens. Then after a little while, it gets all old, it becomes routine, and people go back to being mean and things like that. Like, it's terrible. But anyway, this, like anything else, you have to not let circumstances in your life get so big, get so far beyond your means of control where you lose your mind. I've done it. Yes, I have done it. I will be the first, second, third, fourth person to admit to it. I've done it. Can I continue to do that? Should I continue to do that? Would I continue to do that? No. No. I refuse to let people that are in a bad place, people that are dealing with something on their own, want to see me or enjoy or get some odd, weird satisfaction out of watching me go way beyond the means of, okay, I'm not giving anyone else that power ever again. I refuse to let a coward puts me in a situation to give them that much power over me, to act in a way they're too afraid to do so, or to say something they're too afraid to say. So they set us up to do it. That's what happens. And so with everything going on now, with everybody so on edge, possibly, I don't know, some people are in a great place. I'm in a good place. I'm in a good place. I am happy. I am so happy. I'm in a good place. But some people are in a really dark place because of a billion circumstances. Do not let this or anything else or anyone else be your excuse, be your reason, be your validation, be your whatever else you want to call it. Don't let that be the reason that you set yourself up to fall in a space, in a category of something that's super hard to get out of, to come back from. Don't let it happen. When people are in your face, circumstances are in your face, things are at their worst, look the worst, hard, struggling to get through it, all of these things that you may feel, let that be the time that you recognize your blessing is coming through. And it's coming through big. Because for your circumstance, for your reality, whatever you want to call it, to be so bad or feel so bad or look so bad or feel so bad or feel so sad or so hard, your blessing is huge. It is huge. Just hang in there. Let them block you. Let them delete you. Let them talk about you. Let them do all of that stuff. Just hold on. Hold on, fall back, because your blessing is coming through. And they're going to get theirs. Trust. People are in a dark place, in a bad place anyway, when they pick and poke and do things that are really mean towards other people. That's someone that's not in a good place. Happy people don't want to cause someone else to not be happy. Happiness elevates, stimulates happiness. Sadness does the same thing. When a person is in a bad place, they look for people to be in a bad place. They seek it out, or they try to get someone in a bad place. Because no one wants to stand alone in anything they're feeling, anything they're going through. But to let them, you guys, let them be, let them go through, let them go on their own journey of whatever it is they're experiencing. When someone is being really cruel to you, mean to you, whatever. I'm not saying not speak up and try to address it. Yes, try to talk about it if you can. If it's someone you care about. If it's not, keep it moving. Just keep it moving. Like, oh, whatever. But you got to understand your blessing comes through the fire. You got to understand that. So hang in there. Keep a smile on your face. It's hard to be upset when you're smiling. Keep a smile on your face. Wake up every day. Remember your blessings. Think about your blessings. Think about things that are good to you. Things that are good for you. Think about it. Force yourself to think about those things in the midst. I'm not talking about when you're overcoming. In the midst. Focus on things that make you feel good. I don't care if it's a food. I don't care if it's music. I love listening to a bunch of music. Listen to music that just makes you feel good. I promise you. Those people that are doing those things to you, around you, about you, will look smaller and smaller and smaller. And if they're good, if there's someone that's qualified to be in your life long term, they're going to come back around. But you want them in a healthy way. You don't want people in your circle trying to hold on to someone that's toxic. Let them go. They're not meant for you. Not in that way. Not in that light. Not in that element. They're not meant for you. Anyone that makes you feel stifled, makes you feel small, makes you feel not good about yourself, make you feel whatever, or cause you to feel these ways, or add to you feeling these ways, or seem like they led you to feel this way, feel like they pushed you into that, whatever the reason is or excuse is or whatever you want to call it, that is not a person that's good for you at that time. They're not. No one should make you feel bad, small, unhappy. All of those things we know come from ourselves. We do. We know Whether or not we're happy or sad is a self-choice. No way around it. But I use words like make because this is a common thing we hear. And this is the common thing we deal with. People influence us to feel a particular way when we're already going through something. They're an influence. We got to stop letting that happen. We got to be more in control. And this is a perfect time to self-reflect. Think about, ask yourself, who's good to me? Who's healthy around me? Who do I enjoy? Who enjoys me? Anybody that's not on that list, sorry, that's not your forever person. That's not. It's not. Let them go and be something to someone else, for someone else. Anyway, that's my idea. That's my thoughts on how do I get through things like this, especially when things on TV, things on our social media, whatever, negative as well. Some of those things are all around us. Push through it. I got upset. I watched it and I was like, oh my gosh. But I understood it. I understood, people are trying to keep people coming back to watching their shows, people doing all type of things. But let's not allow anyone, anything to trigger us too much where we look bad. Let's not do it. Let them find something to enjoy that to get their ratings or wherever that came from. Let them pick something else or someone else or something else. Don't let I want these beautiful people, which is everybody. All of us are beautiful, and we're enough with whom we are. We are enough. We don't need to open the doors to negativity to sell anything. We shouldn't. It's not worth it. It's just not. Because at the end of the day, we got to live with the decisions that we made. The people that sat back there, opened the door, helped you get there, drove you to it, if you want to say that, they're in their own zone. You're dealing with your own stuff. And they're not going to get you through that. They're not. So anyway, let's just keep enjoying ourselves, enjoying TV, enjoying social media, enjoying everything. Let's keep enjoying ourselves. Let's keep enjoying life because it's so beautiful. It's so much good out here. It is. It's so much. Grasp it, get a hold of it, and start lifting yourself up. Don't wait on someone else to do it. Start uplifting yourself. But anyway, so that's my message. Sorry it went on, but that's my message, and I just wanted to use something that you guys can sort of understand, because this is on TV and everything like that. But be good to yourselves, please do. Be good to others, please do. I love you guys. I love you so much. I truly do. I appreciate you more than I can say. And every time I say that, I want to tear up. I really appreciate you guys. Take care of yourselves. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your notifications, because as we saw, I was a little bit over there. I was helping Alexis move, you guys. I'm going to show you some things about that too. Her house is so beautiful. That's what I was doing, helping her. So anyway, talk to you guys later. Love you again. Bye-bye. Deuces.